Number 2, Geography, Standard 7th, workbook question answers. Lesson number 2, The Sun, the Moon, and the Earth. Workbook question answers, Standard 7. Raj Chube, the Good Handwritten YouTube channel. Fill in the blanks with the appropriate option. The situation when the moon disk is partly recovered is called partial. The solar eclipse can occur on a full moon day. A lunar eclipse can occur only on a new moon day. Correct the wrong statement. Write down the correct ones. The moon revolves around the sun. Answer. Wrong. The moon revolves around the earth. On a full moon day, the moon, the sun, and the earth are positioned in the sequence. Answer. Wrong. On a full moon day, the moon, the sun, and the earth are positioned in the sun, earth, moon sequence. Third, the revolutionary orbits of the earth and the moon are in the same plane. Answer. Wrong. The revolutionary orbits of the Earth and the Moon are not in the same plane. The Moon's revolutionary orbit makes an angle of 50 degrees with that of the Earth. Fourth, in one revolution of the Moon, its orbit intersects the Earth orbit only once. Answer. Wrong. In one revolution of the Moon, its orbit intersects the Earth's orbit twice. Fifth, it is alright to observe a solar eclipse without protecting the eyes. Wrong. It is harmful to observe a solar eclipse without protecting the eyes while observing a solar eclipse. Special goggles made that purpose. Sixth, an annual solar eclipse occurs when the moon is in the perigee position. Answer. Wrong. An annular solar eclipse occurs when the moon is in the apogee position. Select the correct option, solar eclipse. The shape of the sun disk at the time of annular solar eclipse. Apogee position of the moon. Answer the following question in one sentence. What is the sequence of the moon, the earth, and the earth on the new moon day? The sequence of the moon, the earth, and the sun and the earth on a new moon day is sun, moon, earth. What types of solar eclipse will occur in perigee condition? The types of solar eclipse that will occur in perigee condition are total and partial eclipse. What is axial motion of the moon? The moon's motion rotation around its axis. It is its axial motion. Fourth, what is orbital motion of the moon? The moon motion revolution around the earth is its orbital motion. Fifth, on the day of solar eclipse, in which part of the earth will it not be seen? On the day of solar eclipse, it will not be seen in that part of the earth which is not covered by the dark or the light shadow of the moon. Sixth, can we see total and annular solar eclipse on the same occasion? Answer. We cannot see total and annular solar eclipse on the same occasion. Which eclipses will you see from the moon? We will see total and partial solar eclipse from the moon. Third, answer the following question in brief. Why do the sun, the moon, and the earth not lie in one and the same line on every full moon day and new moon day? The orbital part of the earth around the sun and that of the moon around the earth are not in same plane. The moon revolutionary orbit makes an angle of about 5 degrees with that of the earth. Therefore, the sun, the moon, and the earth do not lie in one and the same line on every full moon and new moon day. Second, when a total solar eclipse occurs, why it's a partial eclipse also seen from the earth? When a total solar eclipse occurs, partial eclipse is also seen from the earth because where the shadow of the moon is lighter, the sun disk appears partially covered. Third, what precautions should we take while observing a solar eclipse? Answer: while observing solar eclipse, it is necessary to see sun disk through dark glasses or special goggles made for that purpose. Fourth, what are perigee and apogee? The moon orbits of revolution around the earth is elliptical, hence the distance of the moon from the earth is not the same everywhere along its orbit while revolving the position when the moon in its orbit is nearest the earth is called perigee. In this position, the moon is about 3,56,000 kilometer 3,56,000 kilometer away from the earth. Fifth, consider the relative position from the sun, the moon, and the earth on the new moon day and both the quarters. What will be the angle between the lines joining the earth and the moon, as well as the earth and the sun? How many times will this angle be formed in a month? Angles between the earth and the moon: quarter day in the period of waxing moon, the angle between the earth and the moon with reference to the line joining the earth and the sun will be of 90 degree. Quarter day in the period of waxing moon, the angle between the earth and the moon with reference to the line joining the earth and the sun will be of 90 degree. New moon day, the angle between the earth and the moon with reference to the line joining the earth and the sun will be of 0 degree. Fourth point, full moon day, the angle between the earth and the moon with reference to the line joining the earth and the sun will be of 180 degree. Question number 6, give geographical reasons. First, the other side of the moon is never seen from the earth. Answer: the moon takes almost the same period to complete its one rotation around itself and one revolution around the earth. 2.2, as the axial and the orbital motion of the moon are almost of the same duration, only one and the same side of the moon remains towards the earth. Therefore, the other side of the moon is never seen from the earth. Second, the solar eclipse does not take place on every new moon day. A solar eclipse takes place only on that new moon day when the sun, the moon, and the earth come in a straight line. But the orbital part of the earth around the sun and that of the moon around the earth make an angle of approximately 5 degrees. Third, why is an annual lunar eclipse not seen? The moon is a satellite of the earth. Compared to the moon, the size of the earth is quite huge. Third point, similarly, compared to the sun, the moon, the size of the earth quite is close to the earth, as its effect on the day of the lunar eclipse, it is not possible that the dark shadow of the earth is cast in the space and it does not reach the moon. Fourth, why are solar eclipses caused by the other planets not seen from the earth? Being the satellite of the Earth, the Moon is close to the Earth. On the other hand, the other planets are far away from the Earth, as it affects the dark and light shadows of the other planets do not fall on the Earth. Therefore, solar eclipses caused by the other planet are not seen from the Earth. A short note on total total solar eclipse. On a new moon day, if the sun, the moon, and the earth are in a straight line, the shadow of the moon falls on the earth. The region of the earth on which a dark shadow of the moon falls, the sun appears dark from that region. This is called a total solar eclipse. Partial solar eclipse. On a new moon day, if the sun, the moon, and the earth in a straight line, the shadow of the moon falls on the earth. The region on the earth on which a light shadow of the moon falls on a part of the sun appears dark from the region. This is called a partial solar eclipse. Third, annual solar eclipse. Answer: on a new moon day, if the sun, the moon, and the earth are in a straight line, and if the moon is in apogee position, the dark shadow of the moon does not reach the earth. It ends up in the space itself. Uh, uh, Second point, under such a situation, if we look at the sun from an area that is in front of the apex. Fourth, total lunar eclipse. On a full moon day, if the sun, the earth, and the moon are in a straight line, the orbital part of the moon passes through the dark shadow of the earth. Second, when the entire moon passes through the dark shadow of the earth, it appears partially dark and partially becomes partially invisible. This is called a partial lunar eclipse. Partial lunar eclipse. On a full moon day, if the sun, the earth, and the moon are in a straight line, the orbital part of the moon passes through the dark shadow of the earth. When only a part of the moon passes through the dark shadow of the earth, it appears partially dark and becomes partially invisible. This is called partial lunar eclipse. Complete the following table. Details: phase of the moon, sequence, type of eclipse, maximum duration of the total eclipse. Lunar eclipse: full moon day, moon, earth, sun, total and partial 107 minutes. Solar eclipse: new moon day, earth, moon, sun, total, partial and annular 7 minutes and 20 seconds. Question number 9. Draw and label the diagram. Total and partial solar eclipse. 2.5 figure. ड्रॉ करनी है ये फिगर. Annual and partial lunar eclipse. Draw figure. 2.8 figure. 2.6 figure. Annular solar eclipse and lunar eclipse. Total and partial lunar eclipse. 2.8 figure. Think about it. Textbook page 2. Open-ended question. Suggest measure that can be taken to eradicate the superstition related to the eclipse. Measure taken to eradicate superstition are role of media to create awareness, parental guidance to help think logically, teachers' guidance to help students have scientific outlook, think positive, complex public meetings and lectures, especially in rural areas to eradicate superstitions. Bye students, bye all of you, and subscribe to my channel, Raj the Good Handwriter. Thank you. I am also a student, but YouTube channel. Please subscribe and share and like.